Hi, I'm Scott. This is Amanda. We're from Nyack Exchange, and I'm here today to show you a couple more of my favorite exercises I use with these resisted bands here at my physical therapy clinic. We're going to use the door apparatus again on the side of the door, similar to what we did use for the rotator cuff strengthening exercises. So the first thing we do is we open up the door, we place the barrel apparatus through, and depending on what row we do, you can change the height of where we put this strap. I'm going to kind of just, look, Amanda's going to do this, so I'm going to put this at about her shoulder level for right now. I'm going to watch out for my fingers, and I'm going to make sure that door closes all the way so it doesn't come back and hit you in the nose. I'm going to put the strap up and through that apparatus. I'm going to try to equal out those bands as much as we possibly can. And what we're going to target now is shoulder blade muscles, okay? We're going to do what are called rows. And the biggest thing I'm going to cue Amanda as well as you to do is make sure that you're not emphasizing that your elbows are going behind you, but you're bringing your shoulder blades back together. Okay? Since this is a rubber band, you can change the different colors to meet your resistance, or what Amanda did is she stepped back a little bit to give a little bit more resistance to the band. So we're going to start with your arms straight, and you should feel like you had just a little bit of resistance at that point. Okay? Now the first row she's going to do is going to be the simplest of the three rows. She's going to roll, and she is going to keep her elbows next to her side. Good. Forward. And again, really try to emphasize that squeeze. Don't worry about how far your elbows are getting behind you, but concentrate that you're bringing those shoulder blades together. And again, this is the simplest of the three different rows. It's a great place to start. It's the safest for your shoulders. It's the safest for your rotator cuffs. So if you have rotator cuff problems, this is the one you want to try to master before you move on to the next one. Okay? So that's rows with your elbows next to your side. The next one now, she's going to bring her elbows away from her side, and I say about 45 degrees. And so it's the same motion. It's the same idea of bringing the shoulder blades back together. But now what you're doing is you're placing your rotator cuff under a little bit more stress. You're changing what muscle you're going to hit between your shoulder blades. You're predominantly rhomboids, but you're going to start playing around with getting into your middle trapezius muscle just a little bit. And those are your shoulder blade muscles. Okay? And then lastly, what she's going to do, we're going to bring those elbows up even a little bit higher, and that's kind of why I set that band up at her shoulder level. Now she's going to roll in that position and go all the way straight. And if you need a little more resistance, you can always take a little bit step back. Good. And again, the emphasis is that the shoulder blades are coming back together. If you have any shoulder impingement problems, if you have any rotator cuff problems, this one might not feel the best to do, so don't do it. So, okay, cool. So those are three different rowing exercises you can do for your back muscles. Again, be careful you don't hurt your rotator cuff as your arms start coming up away from your side.